Hello, YouTube. I am live uh, right now because I felt like it. The last couple of weeks, I've been getting a few 2080 comics from all over the place, and I thought I would start showing my collection off. I'm after the first 550 issues, or progs as they're called in the UK, progs of 2080 featuring Judge Dredd. So thought I would start showing these books off in a series of live streams or videos, whatever goes. So yeah. So we'll just see if anybody turns up. So let's see, how is everybody? It's Sunday morning here. I've just been for a walk and now I'm live. So I will grab a big chunk of them while I am waiting for anybody in the chat to turn up. Here we go, they're over here. And we will show them very shortly. So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if no one turns up. So I will wait a sec. Hang on a sec. Where is it? On YouTube. Just have a look. There's one person watching by the look of it. Here we go. We are live. I'm just looking right now. Oh, gee. Hang on a sec. There might be echo. Oh, no. I've got it on. Just having a look for a sec. Give me a second, and then I'll start showing some comics very shortly. I'm just going to send out the link to a couple of people so that they know that I am live. I should have done this before I even started, but hey. Here you go. Here it is. And I will do it here. Boom. There we go. Here we go. So there you go. Right. Now, where is StreamYards? I am on StreamYards now. All right. So yeah. Well, I will hang on. I'll just send the link out if anybody wants to join me. I'll put that up there too. Copy. And where are we? Here we go. There you go. And I'll put that in there too. There you go. I'll just type something. But we'll see what happens, eh? Maybe nobody will turn up. Who cares? I'm not that worried. Anyhow, I thought I would do a live stream and show off some. See, I've got my Judge Dredd t-shirt on. I haven't worn in a long time. So I thought I'd start showing off my 2080 collection, So we will start right now. So we've got Prog number 2. I do not have number 1. Sorry, I've got a bit of a croaky voice at the moment. This is the first appearance of Judge Dredd on the law. So Judge Dredd, this is his first appearance. Super happy to have this book in my collection. It's a dope book. And we've got Prog number 4. Prog number 4 featuring Dan Deere. Can you see these all right? Then there, we've got Prog. What Prog is that? Prog 6. So this one's a bit beat up. Look at that. It's got tape on it. The cover's been taped on, so I don't mind like that. It's an early Prog. Super happy to have that. We've got Prog 7. Prog 7. More Dandier. And then Flesh on the back of it. The big dinosaur. It's pretty cool. I love these covers. We got Prog 10. It's Prog 10. I've had this book a couple of times. My mate Bob is going for all 2,200 and whatever Prog they're up to. He's going for a complete run. I'm only going for the first 500. I've got from about number 91 to 544. So I might go for the first 550 Progs. So it's a good dread cover. Probably a Mike McMahon cover by the look of it. So that is pretty cool, and a bit more flesh on the back of the cover. Then we've got Tharg on the cover of this one, Prog 11. We've got a bit of dread, flesh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's Tharg. Here's the editor of the Nerve Center. And I think at this stage it was Pat Mills who was Tharg. It's usually the editor of the comic book who is the Tharg. And I think the first Tharg was Pat Mills, who had a hand in Judge Dredd. I think he also created one of my favorite characters, Slane, and Charlie's War. If you've ever read Charlie's War. So we've got Flesh. We've got number 14. It's got Flesh on the cover there. That's a great cover. I've got 2 copies of that book. So I love the yellow and the red with the blue logo. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We have got we've got 3 watching. Hello, whoever you 3 are. We've got Prog 15. This is a early Brian Boland cover. It's really cool. We've got Prog 16. Prog 16. Look at that. We have got Prog, where are we? Prog 17. Number 17 right there. 18, another Dread cover. It's really cool. 19, I've got a wee bit of a run going on here. 19, is it 20? Number 20? 20. We got 21, Prog 21. It's my favorite comic, apart from the X-Men. X-Men are pretty awesome, but this is the comic that I got into as a youngster. Well, it was Battle Comic first, and then it was 2000 AD. Give me a sec. Battle Comic, which is this one here, back in the early 80s. We're talking probably, I'm just going to have a guess, probably 1982 that I was getting Battle Comic. I used to read my uncle's battles, and then I started. My nana used to buy me Battle and my brother Buster Comic, which is a cartoony sort of comic, and then I discovered 2080, which was a bit more sci-fi, which I'm into, sci-fi, science fiction stuff. So I was, and it was 2080 was a sort of a rebellion sort of comic, rebel comic, anti-establishment with all the sci-fi stuff mixed in, and it was a lot more violent. This comic was, so I was drawn to it a bit more. So look at that, great artwork. Just a just a really good comic book. Then we've got Prog 23 with another Brian Bowling cover. This is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And more Dread on the back of it. More Mike McMahon Dread by the look of it. And then we've got Prog 24. Prog 24. Yeah, it's pretty good. Kevin O'Neill. It looks like Kevin O'Neill artwork on that cover. Prog 25. Prog 25. Hang on a sec. I will just do something. Where are we? Here we go. I'm just going to do this. So there you go. Right, just post somewhere. Yeah, so we've got Prog. There was a wee gap here. What number was that? 25. I did have Prog 26 up to a couple of days ago, but I had to give it up to my mate Bob because he's only got like, was it 10 or 12? I can't remember. Progs to go. So I gave it up to him, that Prog. So we've got Prog 28. Oops. Prog 28. It's a pretty cool cover. When there's a wee gap, we've got Prog 33. 33. Brendan McCarthy, Fred Edwards cover by the look of it. It's pretty cool. Prog 36. There's another we get. Prog 36. Prog 36. We have got Prog 37. Oops. I like this cover. Look at the big robot. It's pretty cool. Prog 36. We got Prog 38. Prog 38 is pretty dope as well. That's quite cool. Prog 39. Prog 39. We have got Prog 40. It was pretty awesome this week. I got a whole heap of these this week. Yeah, I haven't got any back issues of 2080 for like over a year, and in the last 2 weeks I got like 50 or 60. Hello, Splash. Hello, Dawn. How are you both? And then all of a sudden it's raining 2080 progs. It's pretty awesome. Look at that. Look at that cover. Do you guys like that? Yeah, I do. I do. We got Prog 42. This one looks like it's been in a binder. Isn't that cool? Splash. I don't mind that it's been hole punched. I dig it. Hello, Knights of the Old. You did miss the first appearance. Hang on. I'll show you Knights of the Old. How are you? It's been a while. There's the first appearance of Judge Dredd. There you go. So, hang on. I'm just going to sort this out. Then we're up to Prog 43. Prog 43. I'm only guessing I have got about 27 progs to go. Is he on that cover? No, he isn't. No. Sadly, he's not on the cover. So we've got Prog 44. So I'm getting quite the run. Look at that one. It's a good Santa Claus Christmas book. So it's really got real high grade, actually, that one. We've got, this is a book that I've wanted since I was a kid. I saw this years ago, and I've always wanted this cover. It's a Dan Dare cover. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. And that is Prog 45. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? What's his first cover appearance? I am not quite sure, but I am guessing. I might have it right here. Give me a sec. I'll show you again. It might be this one here. Might be his first cover appearance. Issue 10. Might be. I don't know. Yeah, it is. How are you? How are you, Bram? Bram would know. Bram would know. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Jennifer. What's Dread's first cover appearance, Bram? Is there an earlier prog than this one where he's on the cover? So we got Prog 47. Prog 47. That's a cool Dan Dare cover. Prog 5. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've never seen Prog 5, so I wasn't quite sure. Another cool Dan Dare cover. We've got Prog 52. Prog 52. Prog 53. Prog 54. So yeah, I've managed to score a whole heap of early progs recently. So Prog 56. I must be missing Prog 55. Oh, yep, that is cool. Prog 57. Prog 57. Prog 58. Do you have a complete... Hello, Russ. How are you? Prog 58. Judge Anderson's. Gee, I can't remember. It's in here somewhere. Prog 100 and something. Bram, what's her first? What prog is that? Is Judge Anderson's first appearance? Prog 59. Love this cover. There is a pretty sweet cover. Look at the artwork. Prog 60. There's another Brian Boland cover. We got Prog 61. It's the Cursed Earth. The great Judge Dredd stories. This is when Dredd started to dominate the covers of 2080. Prog 62. Prog 62. We got Prog 64. This is a cool cover. 64. We got Prog 65. 65. Another 65. need a 66. I do. We got 67. It's another bowling cover by the look of it. Judge Death's first appearance. Gee. Let me go and find out for you olds of the night. It's at 158 or something. Am I right? So just over here, I'll just have to look for it. That's all. Give me a sec. Let me find it for you. It's here somewhere. What are we up to there? Past it. Hang on. Here's the Judge Child quest. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is. It's 150. You're absolutely. And then is it 159? Is it 149? Is the first? Yeah, it is. There we go. I found them. So it's 150. 150's the first Judge Death. That is the first Judge Death. Right there. Let me crack it open, eh? I used to have 2 copies of this book. I sold one many years ago. There's a very high grade copy of this book. There you go. There's the first appearance of Judge Death, and also the first appearance of Judge Anderson. It was in the same book. So yeah, there you go. Look at the artwork. Actually, let's have a look at Brian Boland's artwork. It's amazing. It is really cool. Some of his best work. So yeah, there you go. So I got totally. Hello, the Grey Man. How are you? I got totally sidetracked then. So we got Prog 68. How are you, the Grey Man? '69. I've got another 69. I've got 2 copies of this book, which I don't mind having. Boland artwork is amazing. Knights of the Old. Prog 70. '71. Now here's one of the. This is one of the banned issues. This was banned because of the Cursed Earth storyline. Is it 4 issues? 4 issues that are banned. I've got 2 of them. And these go for a wee bit of money, but there is a reason because why it's banned. Because of that there. Ronald McDonald. This was never reprinted. I think it may be reprinted just recently. Oh, he does. He looks amazing in black and white. So this is why this book is banned, because I don't know if you can see, there's Ronald McDonald in this book. They're taking the mickey out of it. And Burger King, see, on their hats. Like so. So yeah, that is why that book is banned. And there's 3 other ones. I've got one of the other ones, so let me carry on. So we've got Prog 74, Fighting Flesh. So yeah, where are my gloves? So we got the first appearance of Sam Slade. I really wanted this book, so I finally got it. This was on my list last year of books to get. Some tips on collecting 2000 AD. I personally, if it was me, I would go for these the first 500. I wouldn't go after that. I mean, there is over 2,000 progs, and it's still going strong, this comic. So, you know, all the keys are in around the hundreds and 200s. That's where a lot of the main keys are. And late, first 100, there's the odd key there. Prog 2 is the first dread. And then like 150 is, Gene. Hello. Howdy.
Hey.
How are you, man?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, good. I'm just doing my 2000 AD collection because the last 2 weeks I've gotten quite a few. So, yeah. So we got the first Robo Hunter, Sam C. Slade. So, by Ian Gibson. It is quite cool, this book.
Robo Hunter's awesome.
Yeah, man. I think I might have bought some reprints off you a while ago, didn't I?
Yeah, some quality comics.
That's right. Yeah. And here's the other banned book that I own. This was banned because of this character, the green golly gosh monster or whatever he's called.
After the Jolly Green Giant.
That's the one. That's it. Yeah. So that's a bit of Bowland artwork. It's a great cover. So that is Prog 77. And I've seen this book going for about $100 over here. So, yeah. I think they've finally got the rights to start reprinting those issues. There's 4 of them.
Wow.
And it's like taking the mickey out of Burger King, McDonald's, and this character. So they were banned. So we've got Prog 80. So what year are these? These are like the late 70s. This is 1978. So they're getting up there now for their age. Yeah, some of them are, but the Dread book still goes for a wee bit, without the stickers with it. I don't have the stickers, So we've got a bit more Dandier. You like the antagonist, the baddie in Dandier, Gene.
Yeah.
The Mekon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mekon. Here's another bit of early Brian Boland.
Yeah, that's a nice cover.
Yeah. Oh, this StreamYard's look at he was doing great work back then too. Not just in DC. We got Prog 83. It's a nice red cover. And then this is what I like about this comic. You got things on the back of it like pin-ups. The amount of progs that you come across and they've got the back cover off, taken off them. It's a bit more Kevin O'Neill artwork. So I think he drew a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, didn't he?
Now, when you would pick these up back in the day and stuff, would they be on a rack or would they be face down like newspapers and stuff?
They would be either, depending on what shop you went into. They could be on racks or they'd be on face down on a pile,
Ah.
Yeah. And they were everywhere. That's the thing about 2000 AD. It was everywhere over here. UK comics were bigger. I felt in the 80s they were bigger than American comics. Just about every kid I went to school with was had a Judge Dredd comic or a Battle comic or a Buster comic or Whizzer and Chips, Scream. There was quite a few. I love this cover. This is one of my favorite Dredd covers of all time. So he's going a bit crazy. And I love what they used to, I'm Dredd, Judge Dredd, Yes. The artwork on UK Comics is phenomenal. Prog 86. This is when Star-Lord, a sister comic, it was another sci-fi comic, and it wasn't selling very well, so they used to merge them together. And two characters come from Star-Lord and became iconic characters for 2080, and that was Hammerstein and Rojaws. Hammerstein, you might know from the Stallone Dread comic book movie, the Stallone movie, and Strontium Dog Johnny Alpha, who is the second most popular character in 2080s history.
So how many issues are you away from completing the run? I mean,
the 27 progs away from having the first 544 progs. I'm probably going to go to 550 now that I have, So, and it's going to these go for about $20 each. These earlier progs do so, and they're just hard to find, some of the earlier ones. So
yeah,
I just struck it lucky. I did a trade with another fella over here in New Zealand. Me and Bob did. My mate Bob went through a collection, and we got what we wanted. It was bloody awesome. So I gave up some of my Silver Age Marvel books, Prog 88, to get these early 2080 progs. So I just come down to, what did I want more, and not have to pay for it, and that's what it came to for me. So we've got Prog. Oh, I can't see. Where is it? Oh, Prog 89. Now we're coming up to where, so I'm missing Prog 90, but now I have a complete run from Prog 91 to 544 in a row. And most of them are in really minty collection, minty condition.
It's surprising they never did a TV show or a radio serial or something of that sort. For how long it's been going on?
I agree. I don't have the Space Spinner. I would love to have the Space Spinner Grey Man. That would be dope, to have that.
Oh, here we go. I like this one.
Oh, that's Tharg, the Almighty.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, Tharg is the editor of this comic book. And basically, it's been quite a few people, Tharg is. At that time, it may have been Pat Mills. I'm not quite sure if he was still the editor by then. But Pat Mills, who created 2080, he is the godfather of 2080. And Battle. And a lot of other cool comics. Cheers, Donnie. Hello, Boston Chris. How are you? So we got a lot of old school people in my chat. That's pretty cool. So we've got Chief Judge Carl. He was nuts, and the day the law died. It's quite a good story. This madman. Well, it's actually rings true to what happened in recent times with a certain country. That's just my own view on it. And then we got this. This is a cool cover.
Yeah.
And like I still love these.
Yeah, the pinups are nice.
And I've got to admit, I was guilty of cutting them off and had them on my wall as a kid.
Yeah, of course you did. That was the point of them,
Yep. So we're up to Prog 96. And the colors are great. Look at that.
Yeah.
No, they don't make comics like they used to. This is a great one. Look at this. This is Bolan artwork.
Yeah.
With the Kriegs. I think that's what they call the Kriegs. And the Mad Judge Carl. Yeah, they did. Yes, they had us. I don't know because we never got them mailed. We just sort of picked them up at the newsstand bookshop, or or wherever I used to pick them up. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure they would have put the postage right on the back of the magazine as well, too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool cover, and it's all sorts of stuff. And here's Prog 100, but I'm going to show you something cool on the back of this. So, look at this.
Oh, there you go.
And that is, I think that's Dave Gibbon artwork.
That's Mekon, right?
Yep, that's the Mekon.
Yep.
So the Dan Dare and the Mekon are famous for a golden age comic called Eagle Comics. One of the early British comics that was there you go, Gene. Look at that one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So that's what they're famous for, and so they brought them over to 2080 because there was no Eagle Comics during the 70s. So it's just because that's all I read when I was a kid, Chris. That's all it was. That's all it is. That's why. And Prog 102.
So you keep saying Prog. Is it program?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And it's still called. They're still called Progs. Actually, I'll pull. I've got them right here. I'll show you. I've got recent ones like. Oh, gee.
But now they've got. Yeah, I was about to say they have a glossy cover. They don't have
the glossy.
Newsprint. Yeah.
But it's a weekly comic. So actually, I bought these. It's funny you were saying about the subscription crease. Like that one's got one because I actually bought some from their website, and it was in a wee mailer, a wee bag, and it's got a big bend in it. Well, I was a bit peeved about that, but they are cheap.
A lot of the guys who had stuff featured in Heavy Metal magazine and stuff worked on 2000 AD. Did Mobius ever do anything with 2000 AD? Do you know?
I am not quite sure, to be honest.
Gerard?
Yeah. He probably could. He probably did, because a lot of guys, you'd be surprised who has like one of the top Marvel guys at the moment, Al Irwin, contributed a lot to 2080 back in the day. Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison. He was actually, he might have even been a Tharg at one stage. I might be wrong there, but.
Chris, I think Prog is similar to Issue. Like
it's a program.
Program. Like that's why I was curious about was it ever done as a radio serial or a TV show?
Look at that. See, this stuff here, I remember having this on my wall. This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got Grant Morris, Mark Miller or whatever you call him.
Yeah.
He's another guy. Garth Ennis wrote some pretty awesome dread back in the day. Steve Dillon. There's a whole list of guys. The artist for Walking Dead. He drew a bit on 2080, and the biggest name's Brian Boland, who Grant Morrison, Brian Boland,
and Alan Moore too,
and Alan Moore, of course, and Neil Gaiman. But Alan Moore, absolutely Alan Moore, and Alan Moore is famous for Halo Jones. It's like one of the greatest comic book stories ever written. But from the pages of this comic, but he's still got they made four story arcs. Mm-hmm. They called them books, and he had up to five.
So, at what point did they drop the Star-Lord connection?
I'm not quite sure. It'll be here somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. And then it goes back to 2000 AD, and then it became 2000 AD and Tornado, another comic that didn't last.
Mhm.
And to all the comics that went before it or after it, 2080 is still going. It's the only one that survived. And Beano, I think Beano's the other one. Chula, how are you?
What's up, Cholula?
Yeah, 2080 is the only comic that never got cancelled out of all the UK comic books.
In another thing too, did it ever contain any nudity? Like, what was there an age limit for 2000 AD?
No, it did, because Slane had a lot of nudity in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like the UK version of Conan, you know, a Celtic warrior that had a warp spasm that made him deformed and become a monster that would kill tribes by himself. And it's quite cool. You should get into it, Gene. You'd probably quite like it.
Yeah.
By the mad brain of Pat Mills. So, yeah. Now, I could go on for ages talking about this comic. Yeah, so I was just up to nothing. I just got home and I just thought, well, I wanted to show these books.
Now, was there ever a time where collecting and reading them? Yeah, collecting is one thing, but reading, you were just like, you were not feeling it, like they were missing the mark on it. Was there ever a point in time that 2000 AD were missing the mark big time on what it was actually about? Like,
yeah, I think for me, my mate Bob never stopped, but I stopped at about 1994. Stopped reading it.
Okay.
I wasn't liking it anymore. All my characters were not in it as much, and the artwork wasn't as good. They'd lost some of their talent to the UK, to America.
Right.
And they were blooding new guys in, and I just sort of drifted away. And I was more focused on the X-Men by then anyhow. But I still went back, and I still read all those stories, and I still read Bob's latest issues when I saw him. Every time I go around to his place, I'd spend an hour just sitting down and reading his progs and updating myself on what was going on. Dredd was always, hello, Mr. G. Dredd was always consistent right through. It always has been. John Wagner is consistently written Judge Dredd, you know. And nice to see a Canadian brother.
Hello.
Yeah, so it's been a great comic. Well, Dredd has, you know, and then I've read recent ones recently, and it's still pretty good. I've got to admit, I'm still enjoying it up to now. But I've got a sore arm, so I'm just gonna I've had enough of showing comic books. So what am I up to? Prog 113. So I will start. I'll do this in a few weeks' time and carry on, because I've got quite a few of them to go through. I don't know if you can see. Where are we? Oh, you probably can't. There they go.
As they say in New Zealand and Australia, heaps.
Heaps. I've got heaps of them. So that what I showed you was just one bit. Look at this. This is the rest of the run.
Now the bags are nice.
Yeah. This is from a guy in the UK. I managed to find. Well, I got them through a guy in New Zealand who was in here before with Younger Comics, and then I've been talking to I think the guy that he got these bags and boards off. So I need to bag the rest of them, you know. But that's going to cost me a lot of. Well, you know, it's just there's so many. I've got so many to bag and board. So just every now and then I'll buy a few, bag a few, you know. So yeah, that is my 2080 Prog collection, part 1. So
very cool.
Yeah. So what about you, Gene? What have you been up to?
I've been pressing comics like crazy, just like crazy. So I just finished a 2-week stint and I pressed maybe 200 books.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh, that's cool.
well, it's tiring and monotonous, and if I see another Star Wars book, I'm going to throw up. So
Yeah. Well, that would be that'd be the hot thing right now, is it?
right
That,
now, Star Wars, always Amazing Spider-Man. I mean,
yeah.
every week it's
Right.
a Carnage or a Venom.
Any Wonder or any Vision or Scarlet
No,
Witch stuff?
not so much Black Widow stuff though. Black Widow stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been pressing a lot of Black Widow.
Black Widow.
And a lot of champions too, surprisingly.
Why? Why champions? What's
I don't know. Maybe the Black Widow connection. Maybe.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh god, a lot of Canadian newsstand editions.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and a fair amount of Fantastic Four Silver Age. That's really where it's at. But it's heavily with the heavy with the Star Wars.
Yeah. Wow. The Mandalorian was good. It saved Star Wars.
I think I've pressed in the last 2 months, probably I would say at least 40 copies of #1. No 35-cent price variance, unfortunately, but
yeah.
Boston Chris said, do you feel that Dread got watered down after it went to Eagle? Probably when it went to Eagle.
No, it never did though.
No?
No, Eagle's its own entity.
Yeah.
So Dread 2008 has just consistently been a comic. Eagle was a golden age comic that survived till I don't know. I'm going to guess I think it's about 71 or 1970, and then it got cancelled. And then 2080 came out in 1977, and they brought that iconic version of that iconic character Dan Dare to the fold, into the fold, because they thought, well, Dan Dare, UK, one of UK's greatest space heroes, suited their comic. And then Eagle came back in 1982, volume 2 of it did, and Dan Dare went over to that comic. And it lasted for another, I don't know, I think it was about 1987. I think it may have lasted longer. I'm only guessing right now. But there you go. Oh, no, that's not it. So this is an old Eagle. While we're at it. It's a 1960s Eagle. So, yeah, I won't get it out because it's actually falling a bit, that book. And I don't know where my Eagle #1 is. It should be right. But here is Star-Lord, the comic that merged with 2000. Here's #1. Star-Lord #1.
Free badge. Do you have the badge?
No, I don't. I'd love to own that sort of stuff. They cost a lot of money to get that sort of stuff. But yeah, I have got an Eagle #1 volume 2. I thought it would have been in front of me right here. I'm looking through I've got a bin with them all in it, but I don't know where it is. That's weird. It's not where it's supposed. You know how you should have things should be where they're supposed to be. Oh, here it is. Found it. There's Eagle. There you go. There's the Nikon.
Cool.
So there, yeah, and that had a big space spinner Houdaki on it too. The space spinner.
Nice.
So I might have to track one of those down, the space spinner. But yeah.
Yeah, may as well.
Mail rolled. I don't know, Splash, because we would just buy them from the bookshop or the newsstand, or the dairy. I don't know if you know what a dairy is. Have you heard of that term, Gene?
No.
It's a convenience store shop,
Okay, so they call it dairy because you go and that's where you get your milk in the morning.
Yeah, that's that term over here. Yeah, so like open all hours, Arkwright, you just go in there. But they used to have comics all the time. Spinner X, and comics, and that's how they all did everywhere in New Zealand. You know, they have Marvel comics and British comics on these spinner racks or on a bookcase, you know, or stacked up on top of each other. And
I was just about to say, you know, talking about how books are, you know, sent out and stuff. Recently, there was a large collection found of Marvel comics and DC comics that were intended to be sent out for subscriptions. So they're not marked or issued or labeled or anything like that. It just has the postage on it, and they're in the envelopes. And they're going up for auctions, and it's random. You don't know what you're going to get, but you're going to get, you're going to get something from the 60s. So, so it's
hello,
cool.
Thomas Williams. There's an old name from the past.
The Dragon.
the Dragon.
That's right.
How are you, man?
Yeah, man. Well, he was one of my first subscribers.
Same.
Yep.
I think you were too, Thomas, to me. I remember back in the day. So here's my list. While we're at it, this is how to do my list, and they're the 2080s I need to get. So it's not really that
night. They're folded and they're sealed, and they've been sealed since, I would say, they're saying that they're from 1960 to 1968. So yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get. I mean, a lot of good stuff in those years. But you might wind up with whatever. But I would say that they've been. I don't know how bad the creases are. You don't know how bad they've been pressed and how long they've been stacked. You don't know. You could very well open up those envelopes and they've been destroyed by paper lice. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
So while I'm at it, I'll just show you. This is all I'm going for this year. I haven't got many books, but it's quality. You know, so I've only got three to go.
Number 4. How long have we talked about that? Yeah,
absolutely. Since for the last 6 years, probably.
And then we get the first appearance of Wanda, of course, Scarlet Witch. That just drove that book through the roof. Not that it was ever a cheap book, but
but I can get it. I mean, I can't get. I mean, I will get it. Trust me.
I think you're at the point in your collection where you can really get anything with time.
Yeah.
Right, because you've got a really, really nice solid collection. Like my collection, I had felt before I sold off everything. I was feeling pretty comfortable about it. I was starting to approach the area of where I was like, I'm going to start getting the first Doctor Strange, Daredevil 1, but
I'm not sure, Knights. I think they are. I think any sort of books. Another book, I personally think people should maybe. This is me speaking, but Astonishing X-Men #6. That is the first appearance of Sword.
Yeah. It is Vision and the Scarlet Witch 1 through 12, and there's also the 1 through 4. The 1 through 4 is spiking because that's the Nightmare issue that's based around the Halloween one. So the Canadian price variants are actually going up. I'm telling you, I can't emphasize enough Canadian price variants. I don't know. I've been watching some of the market and
So this is a book I won in the comic book community many years ago now.
Yeah. Good book.
That was you were there, weren't you?
Yeah. I think Sleepy Reader bought my copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come home from work and there was a live show going on and they were going, "Oh, you won." I was in the chat. What? You won? Won what?
Yeah. That's a crazy book to give away anyway.
Yeah.
Wild.
So I was super stoked about that one.
Yeah, no
but,
joke.
but yeah, the number 4, the number 4, I don't care about all the keys in it. There's a lot of key characters that debut. It's the cover. It's one of the most iconic X-Men covers.
Well, you got
And Kirby.
Yeah, but you got the first Toad, first Scarlet Witch, first Quicksilver, first Brotherhood of Evil Brotherhood of Mutants, and then you've got
Mastermind,
and is it the
second appearance of Magneto?
Yeah, that's right. I was about to say the second appearance of Magneto. So
yeah,
because in issue 2 and 3, issue 2 was
the Vanisher.
Vanisher in issue 3 was the Blob.
The Blob, yeah.
So
that surprised me. Is the Blob you can get reasonably cheap? That book.
It's because they don't. Good old Duke. They don't use him very well. I think they should make him a good guy.
They tried to about a couple of years ago with the whole Legion putting the X-Men in another reality, and the Blob was a good guy in that. And
he's one of those superheroes that definitely, falls in that category. He can't help it.
Yeah.
Like he, some might say like he is to Spider-Man's the Rhino. You got the size, the power, the immovable force, what have you. But I think the Blob lost speed, if you will, when Juggernaut came along. Juggernaut had way more better of a story connection, and he was also in an unstoppable force once he started going. So,
the Juggernaut! I love the Juggernaut. He is, and he'd be pushing for a character that's probably appeared the most, had cameo appearances or guest appearances in Marvel Comics. He appears everywhere. If you have a look at his appearances through Marvel, there's always he's made the comic covers of many titles. The Juggernaut. So very cool.
Well, that's like in the early days
Southern Comic Geek
of the Sandman, when they really didn't know where to put Sandman would appear in everything. He had that different look. He'd be in a Spider-Man book, he'd be in a Hulk book, he'd be in an Avengers book, a Fantastic Four book. But then, of course, the rosters of the Marvel Universe started expanding, and everybody started to get their place. And
what story arcs is WandaVision show based on? I think there's a bit of House of M going on in it. Have you watched it, Gene?
No. Just 1 second.
Yeah, it's multiple story arcs. I agree. Yeah, there's a bit of that. There's I'm not going to go into it because I might wreck it. Oh yeah, I loved House of M. I read that. I've got it somewhere. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I think it's one big dream, right? Like I think this is a nightmare, and I think it's based on the 1 to 4 miniseries. That's what I think, and slightly the dream is what that modern one that we had from the Legacy run. So I that's what I think. I think it's get that 1 to 4 miniseries, not necessarily the 1 to 12 run. I've got to go because somebody's dropping by with a box of wine for me. So that's what I'm collecting these days is a wine. So anyway, and by collecting I mean drinking. So I will talk to you guys later. Kyle, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, but I'll be talking to you real soon. I'm trying to make my way back to YouTube.
Oh, well, there you go. You're live today. Look at that. Talking comics.
Yep. Talking comics.
Yeah.
All right. Heaps of comics. All right.
Awesome. We'll see you later, man.
All right, later, guys.
Knights of the Old. Yeah, I liked episode 4. I thought it was amazing. How many more to complete my set? Are you meaning my X-Men books? I've got 3 books. 1, 3, and 4 to go. Southern Comic Geek to complete my Uncanny X-Men run. And then I think I've got about 27 2080s to complete my 2080 run. You're welcome, Gene. Thank you for joining me on my live stream. It was good. And look, there's a bit of old school going on in my chat at the moment, so that's pretty cool as well. Does New Zealand have their own superheroes? They probably do, Knights. They probably do. I don't know. I don't really read much of the New Zealand comic book stuff. There probably is. It probably is, actually. But, yeah. We did have a strip called Foot Rot Flats, which is pretty famous over here. And I think there was even an X-Men called Kiwi Black by the worst guy ever to write for the X-Men, Chuck Austin. His run is terrible. Well, that's my opinion. Yeah, so, right, guys, I might head off and end this live stream. Thank you very much for joining me in my chat. It's been awesome to do a live show and throw my knowledge out about 2000 AD and show you my Prog collection and stuff. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember watching all that, those Godzilla movies and that over here. There was a lot of that going on over here. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to go. I will catch you all later. Give me a like, leave a comment, share this video. You know the drill. I want to get my... I'm stuck in the 900s, and that's my own fault. You know, my own fault. I should be doing more videos and all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, got a bit burnt out by YouTube for a while there, so I took an extended break. And just recently, I've just started to get inspired to come back. So, yeah. So this will be the start of many more videos and live streams, and I might appear on someone else's live stream at some stage, eh? You never know. But yeah, I will talk to you later. On the Law, Absolute Anthrax, On the Law. Great song. So yeah. Yeah, let's get me to 1,000 subs. And it's my own fault too. I should be over 1,000 subs, but I don't do it. I have times where I stop making videos, and that's probably why. Answer soon, okay. All right, I will catch you later. We'll see you all later. Thank you. Bye.